Hello, and welcome to another Ocean Tides with the Big Bad Shark. This is part of our new series spotlighting historical heroes. This month, we are spotlighting the great Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. According to the National Women's History Museum website, in all of the United States history, there's only been one woman to receive the Medal of Honor. Mary Edwards Walker is that woman. As a surgeon, women's rights advocate, abolitionist, and spy, Walker became the first female U.S. Army surgeon during the Civil War. Mary Edwards Walker was born November 26, 1832 in Oswego, New York. She was the fifth daughter of abolitionists Alva and Vesta Whitcomb Walker. Her parents encouraged her to think freely and allowed her to wear bloomer pants instead of the skirts and corsets that women were required to wear at the time. Education was also very important to the Walker family. Mary's parents started the first free school in Oswego, New York, so that their daughters would be just as educated as their son. When Walker graduated, she became a teacher, but she knew she always wanted to become a doctor. She worked until she saved enough money to pay for medical school. Walker then attended Syracuse Medical College and received her medical degree in 1855. She became the second woman to graduate from college after Elizabeth Blackwell. Shortly after she graduated, Walker married another medical student, Albert Miller, on November 16, 1855. They started a medical practice together in Rome, New York. However, the practice did not succeed because the public did not want to accept a female doctor. She went to Washington, but was not allowed to serve as a medical officer because she was a woman. That dreaded disease, being a woman, it gets you every time. She decided to still serve as an unpaid volunteer surgeon at the U.S. Patent Office Hospital in Washington. At the time, the Army had no female surgeons, so Walker was only allowed to practice as a nurse. However, in 1863, her request to practice as a surgeon was finally accepted. She became the first female U.S. Army surgeon. During her work as a surgeon in the war, Walker often crossed battle lines to care for soldiers and civilians. In April of 1864, Walker had just finished helping a Confederate doctor with a surgery when she was captured by Confederate troops as a spy. She was held as a prisoner of war for 4 months. While imprisoned, she refused to wear the women's clothing provided to her. She wore men's clothes her entire life because they were more comfortable and hygienic. She even wore pants under her skirt at her wedding. Walker was released from prison in August of 1964 and became the assistant surgeon of the Ohio 52nd Infantry a month later. After the war, Walker was awarded the Medal of Honor by President Andrew Johnson. A few years later, Walker published a book called Hit in 1871. In addition to her work with the Army, she began to advocate for women's rights. She famously wore pants and advocated for dress reform. Walker was awarded the Medal of Honor. She was arrested in New Orleans in 1870 because she dressed like a man. Walker responded by saying, "I don't wear men's clothes. I wear my own clothes." You're my idol. She also fought for suffrage and tried to register to vote in 1871, but she was denied. Walker then participated in politics by campaigning for the U.S. Senate in 1881 and running as a Democratic candidate for Congress in 1890. Although she lost both times, she testified in front of the U.S. House of Representatives in support of women's suffrage. In 1916, the Medal of Honor was taken away from Walker and many others after the government reviewed their eligibility. Although she was given the award by the president, she did not meet the requirements to qualify for the award. However, this did not stop Walker from wearing her award until her death in 1919, at the age of 86. Decades later, President Jimmy Carter legally restored the Medal of Honor to Walker's name. Well, this month we are honored to honor this historical hero and my personal favorite hero, Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. Thank you for your service. Thank you, and remember, swim safe, everyone. Swim safe. Goodbye. And if you have your very own Wise Women calendar, you can follow along with our monthly spotlight. If you'd like to find out more about Dr. Mary Edwards Walker, follow the link below.